Welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast counting down everything this week that made you say, what a time to be alive. And now, Patrick Monahan, Kath Barbadoro, and Eli Uden.
Folks, welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast that counts down things each week and makes it famous to the podcast. I'm Patrick Monahan.
I'm Kath Barbadoro.
I'm Eli Uden. Hello.
Hi.
We are in person.
Live and in person.
Can you believe it?
For the first time in a really long time, I think.
Yeah.
Last summer, maybe, right? Would that have been?
I haven't
No, 2
seen
summers?
you guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
You look different.
We all look different.
What happened to you guys?
We all, yeah.
Just wasted away.
I'm wearing reading glasses to show that I've aged.
We put powder in our hair to
Yeah.
make it gray, like
Yeah.
a community theater production. Well, thankfully, we have some hot, new, young blood on the podcast today to invigorate us.
Can't be me.
Gareth is here. Gareth Reynolds is here. What's up?
Hi, hot young blood.
Young blood.
It's been a while since I've been addressed as hot and young. Man.
Up and coming.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Comics
a
to
young,
watch.
Right.
young
Wow.
whippersnapper.
Yeah.
We book guests.
We
for
found him at an
everyone.
open mic, and we
Yeah.
were like, "This guy's got promise."
Yeah,
A
you
lot
know?
of good stuff.
We just look for people we think will have very viral young blood that we could get. You know, we hook our guests up to a IV and then transfer. It's very
Yes.
Peter Thiel of us.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say, it sounds tealy.
I need that
Yeah.
Gen Z. I need to get some of that Gen Z humor. You know,
Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
to know what the kids these days are laughing about. Be real or something.
Yeah, you mean from Cypress Hill? That's my stuff. That's my jam. That Be Real stuff. You kids talking about Be Real?
Oh my god, that reminds me. When I was doing a wrestling podcast way back in the day, we interviewed some like really young, up and coming wrestlers, and we were asking about what music they liked, and they said X, and I was like, "Oh, the band! I love the band X," and they were like Extentacion or whatever. Like,
Oh, yeah.
they were like, "What's X?" And I felt 1,000 years old,
Oh, it
and
just
was
keeps happening.
X is great. Did you know that the singer of X, he's the shitty bartender guy in Roadhouse? Did you know that?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It's like, what are you talking about?
Did you know the girl singer of X was married to Viggo Mortensen?
I don't even know what X is.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
also
punk
don't
band.
know.
Oh,
A band from
yeah.
Los Angeles that was popular in like the early 80s.
Oh,
So
that's
it's
good. All right, I
insane
feel
that I was like, oh, you
Okay.
19-year-old jock
I thought I was
wrestler?
old,
Like,
but I'm young.
You know in Roadhouse, the guy who was like the nephew of Brad Wesley, the guy with the mustache who he fires for dealing drugs.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. The
That's
weird
the guy
looking
in X?
guy.
That's the guy from X. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Man, yeah, he's got kind of a weird look, which does track for like a
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
punk band.
Yeah.
John Doe, right?
Yeah,
Wasn't
John
that
Doe.
his,
Yeah.
He's a very like wet-looking man throughout that whole.
He's
movie.
very wet in the.
I like that
Yeah.
description.
Yeah.
This guy's wet.
Yeah.
That was in the casting notice.
Yeah. Looking
Wet
for a
men
wet
needed.
We're looking for some wet guys.
Yeah.
Not in like a Magic Mike wet way, though.
Well, I
Like,
wish they'd
damn-
said that before I showed up.
Yeah, of course.
I'm stopping.
Kind of greasy.
I soaked myself. I thought we'd be waiting for a while. I am drippingly wet.
Right. I thought I was going to dry off in the waiting room.
I thought I'd
a
have
little
some
bit.
time to just dry a little bit, but here I am.
Wore a garbage bag in the car on the way here.
Yeah.
Anybody do that? Just audition. Any audition that you ever do, you take your shirt off right before you start. But just like no matter what it is, if it's just like cashier number 2, and you're like, hey, you like slate, and then you're like, okay.
Gareth Reynolds, yes, I'll shave. Where's the shirt pile? Where are we tossing the tops? Where do the tops go?
Is this full nude or just topless?
What are we doing? I was thinking about this audition I had the other day. Like when I used to go out for commercial auditions, there was one where it was you and a girl, a man and a woman would go in, and you both had to take your shirts off. The woman would be in a bra, and then you had to like kind of like be like hugging and like in the spot you'd make out. But for this, they just wanted like close to making out. And I remember I just like we were all just like, what the fuck is going on? All of us. And I went in there with this woman and we were just like, did it, and then like we're walking out and we're just kind of like, wow, that was really fucking bizarre. I didn't book it. I don't know why. Because I insisted on kissing.
And there was actually no movie at all.
Yeah. Well, that was what was weird. It was in a van and it was nowhere near Los Angeles.
You said this is for Meineke?
Yeah. I'm not sure. This is yogurt? What yogurt is this?
We're gonna be the voice of the M&Ms. Is that what you said? My like single commercial audition ever where I realized I was not cut out for that life was an audition. It was some like gambling app, so it was already like predatory or whatever. And I went into the audition room and they had a chair, and they're like, "All right, you're sitting on the back of a pickup truck," and blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Okay," I sit on the chair, and then like everyone kind of gets like a sour face, and they go, "Is that how you would sit on the back of a pickup truck?" And they wanted me to scoot forward on the chair to look more like I was sitting.
Oh, fuck.
And I was like, I just checked out. And they gave me lines, and I was just like, "Oh, look, a big wheel in the sky. I'm going to go." Like, I was like, I'm not going to do this.
I remember so many where either I was bombing or I had tension with the director.
Yeah.
Where I was just like, you know, like where they would like sass me and I'd be like, "Look, I go in like 8 of these, like, fuck
Right.
you too." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I know I'm
I
not
will
going to
forget
get
about
this.
this as soon as I step
Yeah.
over the threshold of the door.
There was a guy who once, like, because I can't remember what it was, but he was like, "So you know it's a 30-second commercial, so you can't take 20 to enter?" And I was like, "What?" No, I'm a human being! No.
Yeah.
I used to live. I like haven't done a whole lot of those auditions, but I used to live with 2 actresses, and like they would always be doing self tapes, and they would just come into my room and be like, "Do I look like a Viking?" Or like, "Do I like just everything of just like
Mortifying.
these
Always.
insane, and just like I don't want to seem like I'm overdoing it, but like you know, just like a little." And it's like, oh
Or
my
what
God,
they'd ask
the
you to
base-
wear, they'd be like, "Bring a pharmacist outfit." And you'd be like,
Yeah.
First of all, no, I won't.
Yeah.
I would show up. I would never like read the full breakdown, and I would show up sometimes, and I'd be like, "Oh, it's like you gotta be Scottish," you know. And a bunch of people would be like going for it. And I remember one time the casting director was like, "You should just go home," and I was like, "Okay." I was like, "All right, you think it's not worth me being here because I'm so bad." It was like a suit or something, and I just showed up like in shorts and a t-shirt. She was like, "I wouldn't even bother."
This isn't Oscar eligible, right? Like,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
not
I was like,
commercial here.
yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
you'll have someone. So you've hired someone with clothes, right? Or it's like you're just kind of
I'm
hiring
gonna have
out
to
the
bring my own
outfit.
suit to the commercial as
Well,
well.
he was dog shit, but he looked most like a pharmacist. Okay, great. Let's go with him.
Isn't that
Yeah.
like so much of what it is though? It's just like you show up and you're like, "Huh?
Yes.
Eh?"
Yeah,
And then
it
they're
is-
like, "Yes or no."
Yeah.
yeah. It is always was like the most arbitrary. Like there'd be ones where you'd be like, "Why did I book this?" Or other ones you'd be like, "I felt good about that." You'd be like, "You need to calm down. These are the dumbest things in the world."
Yeah, they always expect like crazy. There was like I did that one, and then I did another one where like I got a call back, and they called me, and they were like, it was like late at night the night before, and they're like, "So we actually do want to have you come back in at 10 a.m. tomorrow," and I was like, "Oh well, I have a job,"
Oh
and
yeah.
they were like, "Well, we want you to come back," and I was like, "Well, I have to go to my job," and they were like, "Do you really care about this?" And I was like, "Not enough to lose my regular job." No.
No, I know they really do it.
Crazy?
They expect their expectation levels are insane. Like,
Yeah.
Can you'd be like, I'd live in Studio City, and they'd be like, "Can you be in Santa Monica in 15 minutes?" And I'd be like, "Physically, nobody."
Yeah.
That is
So,
not possible.
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Are you guys going to send the chopper or
Yeah.
what's the?
And they'd be like, "Oh, well, they kind of have you slated in for 3 You'd be like, "I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah,
big."
like, how did I get on this schedule without anyone contacting me? And now it's an inconvenience if I can't do it.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it is like just some kind of like psychological protective mechanism that like they need to act like they're doing the most important work in the world. I guess is like because otherwise they will look at their life and be like, "What the fuck did I do?"
Especially now, it's like you know people like skip this all like that now.
Yeah.
Everyone can skip this stuff.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know
now
that.
Kevin Hart just does them.
Right.
That's true.
They
Like
don't
now,
do them anymore.
now it's people who are at the other side.
It's either non-union or it's Kevin Hart.
Or it's one of Eugene Levy's kids. Just,
Yeah, right.
Just
It's a
buying
lead.
a car on TV or whatever.
Right, yeah.
I remember them specifically saying something like, I think this is like where you need to make a decision about what you want to do.
They said that to you?
There was like something of that vibe, and I was
Because
just
they
like,
didn't lean forward in the truck. it's just accumulation of trucks.
yeah. And I just
Was
remember
this
being
when you were
like, well, I
working
don't want to hang up the phone on that, but like,
Come back with your
goodbye.
service.
It was basically that.
Was this when you were working at College Humor?
This is when I was walking dogs.
Oh, okay.
But still, I can't.
It's still a job. You
Yeah,
can't leave your
like,
job.
That's
Yeah.
worse than like college
Yeah.
humor. You could probably be like, "Hey, I gotta come in at 11 tomorrow."
Actually, you would've been like,
somebody's gonna walk these dogs. This dog is gonna go to the bathroom in the house.
If you
Yeah.
don't show up at College Humor,
Yeah.
dogs
You
don't
can't like
shit on
send the
floor.
dog an email.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm running a little late.
If you hold your poop. Hey Doug, can you hold your poop till noon?
Doug, why don't
Hey
you
Doug,
tell
dog.
Why don't you tell those dogs that you have a chance of becoming the Mucinex guy?
Thank you.
Mucus man.
Is that what you were
Could be the booger
No, I
voice.
wish it was.
Yeah,
I'd
somebody,
like to be
somebody
Mucinex.
weird science the Mucinex man, and you're the guy that comes out of the.
So, because TJ Miller punched an Uber driver, we're now looking to replace the voice of Mucinex. How do I explain this booger to you? He's not your classic booger. He's a little off the wall, bogey-wise.
Yeah.
He's got like a Gen Z sensibility.
He's like a hungover piece of snot. Which is why we love TJ so much.
You know,
He's like, he's perfect for this.
Yeah, didn't have to do any transformation.
He didn't know we
whatsoever.
were doing voiceover most of the time. We just like threw a mic in his house and let it run for a day. We got what we needed.
Originally, the
Yeah.
Mucinex family, and there was a family, was styled kind of like early 20th century immigrants. You know, they were.
Yeah,
you know,
it was the
home to
snot
home
immigrant
with
story.
suitcases.
Yeah, a lot of suitcases.
But now he's hip. He's got some kind of branded T-shirt on.
he's
You know.
got abs.
Yeah.
He's ripped now.
He's got abs.
He's gotten in shape.
He's a CrossFitter.
He's on Ozempic.
He's amazing. So this is an Ozempic Mucinex tie-in. We're kind of doing everything. It's like the Sky Rizzy with snot. You know what I'm saying?
Have you guys heard about? I feel like this maybe hasn't crossed over into the boy internet, but
I love that version.
but
We ain't got that on boy internet yet.
I don't know if boy internet is talking about this, but apparently Mucinex, if you're taking Mucinex, it can like make your birth control not work, and
Oh, very
Christ.
cool.
people keep getting pregnant.
Oh my god.
With mucus baby.
Hey, that should be on the boy internet. That affects the boys.
Why is
It's
this
because
baby
the
green?
Mucinex guy, he's Irish Catholic. He runs down there and throws all the birds.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He's a 19th century immigrant.
Yeah,
He's
he used to have
Catholic.
he used to have the sleeveless undershirt and suspenders.
You know,
Yeah.
when you
And the
think about it, they
brief-
really
yeah.
were. Yeah. They were like, well, when we
We have to evict these people from your nose.
Oh my god.
like,
Get
I
outta
could-
here.
I could literally just be like,
What do we need?
No mucus need applied.
Please, my family, let them stay. No, Booger Man, get out. We're raising the red.
We wanted him,
Booger with a hard R.
Yeah, Booger, yeah. It was a different time.
Yeah, they really did. When you think about like what he was wearing, they were like, yeah, we wanted to get inspiration of like people who were unwanted, and so
So-
we had pictures of like old Italian guys.
He's in trial separation.
Yeah,
He's going through.
The
it.
name was way longer. At Ellis Island, they cut it to Mucinex.
Yeah.
Mucine.
What did you say? Mucinex. Fine. Stamp.
No, it is a much bigger story than that.
They had to walk up all those stairs to prove they were healthy.
Yeah, right.
Family.
Yeah.
Did they do that?
Yeah, they have like big stairs. That was like if
They
you
have
like
big
were
stairs.
not.
They're like, you literally can't live in New York if you can't walk up
There was
9 flights of
it
stairs
was-
because
it
you
was-
will be living in a
It
tenement.
was challenging. Well, it was like a big. I think it was like a big long steps like up to like the like
They walked up the Statue of
processing.
Liberty.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I am jealous of the amount of stamping you'd probably get to do working at Ellis Island. That seems fun. That seems rewarding. Just
Yeah.
being able to stamp a lot.
And making up names.
Yeah.
Just disrespectfully
No, fuck
making
all
up
that.
names.
You're Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
What
like a
do
good
you
time.
mean?
What?
You're Michael Jordan now.
What did you say?
Welcome aboard. Get in there, you.
Just thinking about lunch, you're like, your name is Mr. Cucumber.
Yeah.
It'd be so good if there's so many immigrants in New York that were just named like things around the room like they do in a bad movie.
Exit sign.
Yeah, door, pen.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I still do love that there like was such a demand for Coopers that there are so unbelievable many. Coopers.
What is a Cooper?
It's
Barrel.
it makes barrels.
Barrels.
Yeah.
There were a lot more uses for barrels in the old days.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys do the Water Tower episode of Secretly Incredibly
Yes.
Fascinating? That was all of us
Yes,
together?
yes.
I think about that all the time.
All the
All the water
in New York.
towers in New York there are like 2 companies that
Yeah.
make them all, and
Yeah.
it's like old barrel makers from like
Yeah.
these companies that have been around for 200 years that this is the only thing they use them for now.
Oh, wow.
And I guess like whiskey, right? They make barrels for other stuff.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, wine
booze.
kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
Wine's barreled.
That's pretty much it
Casks.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What used to be in
I
barrels?
don't make barrels. I make
Everything.
casks. Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everything
I don't know
is
the first
barrels.
thing about making barrels.
Yeah, if you didn't have clothes, you wore a barrel.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
On
classic.
top, you
Yeah.
want to go down a waterfall barrel.
Oh, yeah.
A lot more people going down waterfalls.
I thought that, yeah.
Right.
I
Growing
just
up,
wanted to die.
I thought there was like a 25% chance at some point in my life I'd be going over Niagara Falls.
Yeah, for something, for money or charity or
That was
something.
one of those, you take one of those job tests in school, and it's like, you are going over Niagara Falls in a
So you can
barrel.
either do the voice of Mucinex or you can be a barrel roller. What do you think of that?
Yeah, we've got you down as a stuntman.
Yeah.
That is the dream if you're like a 14-year-old. Like, stuntman, actually. The test says stuntman.
Because wasn't
Years-
it-
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Somebody went over in the barrel, and they were like the most famous person in America, right?
Oh,
The way it used to be.
Yeah, totally. People were
That
like,
was before they had movies. That was like what
Yeah,
a famous.
totally.
Whoa!
yeah. They were like, if you aim high, you could maybe survive a barrel suicide too.
Yeah.
How great would that be for you? Oh boy, I mean, I guess I could dream.
Yeah. Well, that was like, when everybody told me, like, if you were just like a big dude in old times, they were just like, we've decided you are the golem that protects our town now.
Yeah, right.
Your job is to slumber underground until we're challenged.
Jesus
And then-
Christ.
Yeah.
And I wanted to have a life. Well, but you kept growing, didn't you?
No.
God chose you to sleep underground in a tomb and save us.
Yep, nope.
And if you don't, we kill you. How's that sound? Talk about high stakes, huh?
We're slapping a Hebrew letter on your forehead.
There we
You're
go. You're
this-
the bouncer of the town.
Put
There
the
you go,
scroll
ghost
in your mouth.
bouncer.
You're ready to eat some instructions.
Yeah.
I guess that is kind of just like a door guy of antiquity.
Yeah.
It's the golem that protects the town.
We're at capacity.
Yeah.
No more ghouls. Not in this town.
Yeah. They're trying it. You can raid down if you have more girls with you.
Yeah.
Too many guys.
Yeah, sorry guys, not sausage fest the next time with your ghoul dongs.
Not tonight, fellas.
Sorry fellas, look, come back Tuesday, Wednesday,
They're
Friday,
trying-
popping in here.
Do you have reservation?
Okay, look guys, you stick around with, I don't take space bucks.
Yeah. Try to do crystal knock. He's like, too many guys. No,
Come on, guys, come on, think about the ratio we're trying to keep going in this city, huh?
no way, man. No.
Come
Maybe
on,
later.
guys, you should know. Spread the word. We're not a sausage club, okay?
Should we do numbers?
Oh yeah.
Numbers time?
That's a thing we do.
It is.
Number 5.
How it sounds.
There will be a sound. now.
Number 5. Okay. Number 5 comes to us from Caddisfly in the Discord. If you would like to submit stories to our podcast, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/whatatimepod. At the $10 level, you get access to our private Discord channels where you can submit stories like this one. This story comes to us from a web. I didn't even know this was a website. Okay.
Boy, internet.
Boy Internet. I'm not
Oh,
used to
Cat's
it.
on the boy.
I thought I knew all the websites.
Cat's using Cat Bob my
Well, there's
phone. Now
only
she's
like
on boy
3
internet.
There's not that many.
There's like not that many. There's 3 websites and then 9,000 local news websites that don't work.
And then there's a lot of AI written articles that are pure SEO.
Yes.
You find out like
Finally.
2 sentences in and you're like, what?
Yeah.
You find out 2 sentences in that your net worth is $5 million.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, how tall is so and so? It's like, there's a lot of people that are asking how tall.
Yeah.
He's the ghoul bouncer.
This throat clearing is infuriating.
Yeah.
Answer the question.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is from North Carolina. Classic Southern problem. There's a Chick-fil-A in Charlotte, North Carolina that is so popular, people waiting for the drive-thru are causing traffic problems.
Oh.
Because people need their goddamn Chick-fil-A. So they have redesigned the Chick-fil-A to have no dining room and drive-thrus on both sides.
Oh my god.
Like the city was like, you can't have your
It's like a
drive-thru.
chicken toll booth.
Double barrel.
Right. Yeah.
Chicken
Just
toll booth.
disgusting.
Yeah. Talking of old music references, I was like, the classic problem in North Carolina, too many people standing up, taking their shirt off, spinning it around their head like a helicopter.
That's well.
Yeah.
Oh, Petey Pablo. Check him out. What's he up to?
What's he doing these days?
Yeah.
That's an SEO article. What happened
What happened
to
to
Petey
Petey
Pablo?
Many people are
Petey
wondering.
Pablo, net worth or dead. Either one, whatever you have the information for.
There's like in and out traffic in LA that is like
Really?
yeah, where you're just like I mean I don't eat meat, so it's hard for me to feel like I get it. But I would if I were waiting in line. I still have line standards where I'm like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wait in a fucking 30-minute line for anything.
Yeah.
Like even at the airport, I'm like this is horse. I'm like stewing, man. Like as far as like even lines for like Starbucks coffee, I'm just like at the airport, I'm like. What?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like I just yeah, I mean, I've seen. I think it was either In-N-Out or Chick-fil-A when it was going to other. Like when LA got a Chick-fil-A, it was nuts.
Yeah,
it was nuts.
Yeah,
I used to live in Austin, and they had an In-N-Out open there, and it was the same thing. It was like lines around the block, and I feel like people in Austin in particular like love a line. Like it's like, oh, this means it's good.
Validating.
We have to wait all day at Franklin Barbecue to eat this.
Oh,
meal.
that one's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I lived there for 7 years. I never ate there. One time I tried to go, and I was with a particularly neurotic friend, and I was in that line with him for, I would say 6 minutes, and I was like, we're going. I can't,
it's just,
like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, I mean, it is baked into, like, American culture, but I am just, like, I won't do it. Like, even when I've, like, worked at places where at lunch it's food truck time, I'm like, yeah, that's, like, I'm not going to wait in the longer line. Like, people are like, this is really good, and I'm like, sounds great. This one is a 2-minute wait, and that also sounds really good.
I'm with you. I think I feel like I will leave a line, like, for my medication. Like, if I'm in the pharmacy,
totally.
I'll come back tomorrow.
Pharmacy.
I'm just gonna raw dog depression for a day. I am not waiting here.
I will wait in line, or I will not wait in line for the antidote.
Whatever.
Giving away the antidote.
Figure it out.
Well, pharmacy lines are, like, particularly maddening because, and I know if pharmacists are listening to this, I understand that it is a whole thing that you have to learn how to do. You gotta have your outfit.
Yeah.
But it is...
I'm an actor.
It's particularly maddening because it does not seem to be any logic to a pharmacy line. Like, I will call and be like, hey, can I come in like 10 minutes and pick up my medication? And they're like, yep. And then I get there and they're like, wait over here. It's gonna be 30 minutes. It's like, what? Why do I call... What is this?
You know what's weird, too, is, like, it's weird that the people who need the most medicine seem to have no idea how the pharmacy works.
That is true.
Like, somebody's like, hey, I need my 4 refills that I get every week. And it's like, well, how have you still not figured out how any of this works? And they're like, oh, I left my ID at home. Can you just give me the medicine? And it's like, no.
But I feel for them because, like, I feel like there is no internal logic to a pharmacy.
Yeah.
Like, there are these, like, faceless, temperamental insurance gods that, like, decide how things are going to go, that are, like, off-site somewhere. And then there's the pharmacists who are controlling the pills in a way that I do not understand. There's just a lot going on.
It's like half an hour. You got a big jar of the pills, you got to put in a little thing.
Let me eat those pills!
We're eating them back here. We can't unscrew a lot of this stuff.
Like, I know it's a thing, but I just...
You know what I like? They take full-on lunch breaks. That I like. They're like, where I'll be like, I like that happens somewhere still. People like, hey, we do lunch.
Yeah, I do really appreciate that when like a business is just straight up closed.
Yeah, I go like, damn it, but then I'm like, that should be
good for you. We should all do this.
Like there should be a time.
Well, like the thing like with pharmacists with me too, all this crazy is like they make like 6 figures, but then they're like, you're in a Walgreens every day.
Yeah.
But you make 6 figures. You live such a fucking confusing life to me.
Also, like, the other people who work at the Walgreens must hate you, right? Because you're like their
I don't think they talk. I really don't think they like... Yeah, I don't know. And then, like, have you ever bought something at the pharmacy counter, and they're like, they hate doing it, I feel like.
I feel bad. Right?
Yeah. It's like, sorry.
Can I get these almonds, too? They're like, fuck you. Are you serious? Did we deal with, like, high-grade medication? May I also ring up the Planters Trail mix with you, or is that...
you gotta pour it in this, like, orange clear thing.
Can you flick the almonds across your counting thing?
Yeah. Do they even let you have regular bags? Or what's your deal back here?
Yeah.
Do you know how to do it?
It's got to go in that one white bag, and we're going to staple the top of it.
The stapled paper white bag.
Have you ever had Planters Trail Mix before, sir? Or do you need to walk through how to eat it? No, why don't you tell me?
Yeah.
You want to take this with food, because it's food.
Here, hold on. I need to print you 14 stickers that say "Take a pill."
Here you go.
Yeah.
And here's the receipt. And you're like, bye.
I just think because I'm thinking about ringing stuff up, and it's like I just feel like my Alexa Pro should like come with a little lip gloss or something. Like I should get a little treat with that.
Yeah.
Like I should get a new mascara when I get a bottle of Lexapro.
Yeah, like when you order something
They
online.
fulfill the same purpose for me.
You get
they
a-
make me happier.
A bag
Yeah.
of popcorn. Yeah, something like that. A trading card.
Trading card.
Just put it in the
Give me a
pill
goodie.
bottle.
Give me
Yeah.
a goodie.
Just throw like a little one of those like little 2 packs of Starburst.
Yeah, exactly.
that'd be
that's nice.
perfect.
Yeah, it's like trick or treating.
Yeah, there's
You get too
wasted
yellow,
space
it's gonna
in
be a
those
bad
bottles.
Yeah,
It is
right.
weird that like those pharmacy bags, I feel like the only things that come in those bags are pills and like sandwiches from a fancy, the like
yeah.
long white bag.
Yeah.
That's it.
The perfect size for the sandwiches. The pharmacy is inexplicable. That's their
A
design.
lot of extra paperwork stuff that I am ripping open and then throwing away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have like. I was
Sorry again. I apologize
They're
for
gonna come after
disrespecting
us.
our pharmacists.
Well,
our high.
They're gonna
amount of
poison your
pharmacist
stuff. They're gonna
listeners.
get poison
Yeah,
pills.
I read a thing where somebody basically finally asked the pharmacist if they were like, "What are you doing back there?" And it's basically what you think. Where like we have to talk to insurance companies,
Yeah.
and it takes fucking forever.
Yeah.
And I heard sometimes they have like an ID number that on your prescription, and then they call the pharmacy, and they was like, oh, like they were literally like, oh, half of that number's made up. We don't need those. I'm just like, okay, man, cool, good, but yeah.
Figured out a great system. Well,
Yeah.
Charlotte, North Carolina has figured out a great system for dispensing Chick-fil-A sandwiches to its residents. But yeah, apparently
Available over the counter.
Chick-fil-A had to like pay for a new traffic light because
Oh
they
my
were
God.
like
Good.
fucking up this.
The worst thing I can
There's
imagine
also
about
another
this is definitely the person who's like keeps switching lanes to like. Just look at
Oh,
what's
yeah.
moving fast. My dad basically is the one that I'm thinking of.
Oh, Diamond Dave does that?
Diamond Dave, yeah. Also, we were talking before. A Chick-fil-A opened up right near my parents in D.C. There has been one there like forever, like just not something that was in a lot of D.C. My dad loves fried chicken, but he's like, I'm never going there.
Good for him.
I know it's good for him, but I also want to tell him, I'm like, people do go. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
why.
Like, I know
I don't know
people
why
do
it's the
go.
one that gets the pass, but like, sell fried chicken. I guess that's a strong argument. So, I just want him to enjoy.
It is like I mean I don't know a lot about the specifics, but it's like a lot of people who own companies have like
Oh, yeah.
political beliefs I strongly disagree with and have acted on them
Yeah, most
financially.
big companies are bad.
Are like really bad, and I
Yeah,
don't
it's
like
kinda-
them. So it is kind of curious that that's the one. But I guess like anti-gay stuff is like a lot more like immediately understandable as evil versus like
Yeah.
donating money to weird lobbyists and
I mean, all that guy had to
forming
do,
a pack.
like,
or
the
whatever.
mistake that they made was that guy saying something like an interview or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Wait a minute, what?" And then like it's like, "Oh boy."
Yeah, just say like we're closed on Sunday because it's a bad day for chicken.
Yeah.
Because
our
things should be
podcast
closed
edition.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A bad day for chicken.
bad day for chicken. Yep, that's all you have to say. Though I did say when we were recording in beautiful I don't want to dox anybody, Astoria, and I looked up a coffee shop around here to go to before dinner, and it was closed on Sundays, and I was like, that is a weird decision for a coffee shop to be
Yeah.
People don't
closed.
drink coffee on Sundays.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, that seems like a big
Get it
day
somewhere
for
else.
you.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But good for them, I guess. Yeah, the chick. Oh man.
I'm always like, I guess I understand it, but I'm always annoyed when like a place that sells food is closed like Monday and Tuesday. There are a bunch of places like that in my neighborhood. I'm like, people still eat those days.
Yeah, I think there's
Monday is a big
Tuesday.
restaurant day. Monday and Tuesday is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
It's 2 days, but
But yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I get it.
time off.
Monday.
That's good.
It's a slow day, but like people still be eating.
People
Another big
be-
city.
Technically, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
It's not a fast
Yeah,
day.
for
Pretty
sure.
people eat.
See it out there sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You go to a restaurant, almost everybody in there eating.
Eating.
I think that too. I always think that.
Yeah. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Come here for the water. Just
Should we
one
do
sip.
number 4?
Let's do it.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4 comes to us from Iguana Helium Cube in the Discord. This is just a classic, like, technology is shit story that I enjoy. And what happened is, this is one specific thing that's happening, but apparently it's happening for a lot of different reasons, a lot of different places. This story is specifically coming from the 911 operators near a ski resort. And what is happening is that, if you guys have seen those, it's a very weird ad the way they advertise it, but it's an ad that now Apple, like their phones and stuff, have crash detection where it's supposed to know that you've been
Oh,
in a
right,
car
yeah,
crash,
right.
and it just calls 911 immediately. Unfortunately, it turns out that there's a lot of other stuff you can do that involves stopping really fast that isn't a car crash. And so
Is it your phone or your watch?
I think it's either one. They both
Because
have
like
it.
I'm dropping my phone all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I think It doesn't happen when you drop your phone because you're not going fast for long enough before
I see.
the stop. I think
It's like when
that's
your
why
phone
skiing,
detects that
it'll
you're
happen.
driving.
Right.
Yeah, they say it's both watches and phones, and what it is it's this ski resort, and so they're getting it's
What's
doubly
yours?
bad because in the ski resort because it keeps calling 911. But then if you're in a ski resort, a lot of times your phone is like deep tucked away.
Yeah, it's like embedded in several layers
Yeah.
of
Right.
stuff.
So they call, and then the 911 operators are like, "Hello," and there's just no answer, or there's like loud rustling, and at which point they you can't just be like, "Well, I guess no one's there." If
He's
you're 911, yeah. So
Do you think the cops in this town, do they have like ski cops?
Ooh.
Oh, I mean, they always have ski cops.
They
right?
have, they have ski patrol,
Oh yeah.
but those are all. My
Not
brother
deputies.
used to do it.
They're
They
not
are
deputies.
not cops.
Yeah.
They are
lifties, baby.
They are,
They're high as shit.
We'll have ski
stoned
cops.
as fuck.
Yeah.
But like, do the police in this town ski? I mean, they must, right?
Yeah, they have to.
What?
'Cause I'm just like these ski areas are like private
Oh yeah.
places. I don't
I think it
know.
was
Well,
a
maybe
jet
not
ski,
that.
right? Ski patrol uses jet ski, but I guess if it's like backcountry or something.
Snowmobile, not a jet ski.
Oh yeah.
This thing goes
Jet
right
ski
over
in
here.
winter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a bit of a cool summer guy.
Yeah.
They're sending the ski strike team, all the roided out hot dog neck guys.
Yeah, right, yeah.
They drop them out of a helicopter.
Yeah.
The cast of Out Cold.
Do pizza! Do pizza! Pull over! Make pizza! No more fries! Pizza! Pizza legs! We need to know how fast you're going back there. It takes so long to do pizza legs, sir.
Just going back to the snowmobile for half an hour for some reason to
How's that
check
guy
something.
doing?
Yeah, just sitting in the whipping wind on
Yeah.
the snowmobile.
Christ.
What are they looking at?
Oh my god.
I saw a video of somebody who was like trying to go down like a slope that was too advanced for them. Was very new at snowboarding, whatever, and like ate shit. And then who's the one? She won the gold medal, I think. Chloe Kim,
Sure.
snowboarder.
I
Yeah.
believe
She
it.
was like, "Oh, I'll help you," and ended up like carrying this lady piggyback down the mountain,
That's sick.
which is awesome. Very embarrassing for the lady. Also, the fact that you were being carried piggyback down a mountain because you ate shit so hard. She's not hurt. She just couldn't do it. And then getting to the bottom, and literally everyone is taking photos of you. Like everyone
That's a
is
famous
like,
person?
yeah, because everyone's like, oh my god, it's Chloe Kim. And she was just like, why is everyone?
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
My journey was nuts, for sure. Thanks for turning out. Nice to
Yeah.
meet you, whatever your name was.
Whatever, I can't get back up. I'll just die up here. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
And it was like
Yeah.
she probably didn't know who it was, so also just like pulling into the bottom of the slope. Everybody
Well,
is
it
watching.
sounds like she's not someone who knows a lot about snowboarding,
Yeah.
so it makes sense that she didn't recognize
She could be
the
a
face.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, she thinks it's all for her. I'm okay. I'm
Thanks
okay.
for turning out.
Just reacting like an animal with too much flash photography. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, she's down.
I do think it would be fun to get taken on one of those. So like the ski patrol people, they have like the snowmobiles, and then they have like little
The stretcher.
toboggan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to get taken down on one of those little toboggans.
Whee!
Yeah, I think that would be a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate you have to have a spinal injury in order to get put
Yeah.
on the toboggan.
Yeah.
If only you could do it for fun. Yeah, so they keep getting these crash notifications. Apparently, it's not just this is a ski resort, but also it's been happening a lot with fitness people in general who are just
Yeah.
doing like high intensity workouts. It calls 911. Also, they have like really cool like glam shots of some 911 dispatchers here.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
this guy.
That's not what I pictured.
Yeah.
what? Yeah.
He's wearing like strappy sandals, which doesn't feel very like emergency ready.
Yeah.
Like I
I
know
mean,
you're
he's
not
not-
the guy who has to run.
Relax. Sir, relax. Calm down.
It is not the right energy for that job. But
Chill out.
you gotta stay chill. Did you guys see that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal? I think is the 911.
Oh, the guilty or something.
no.
Yeah.
No.
It was not very
Netflix
it was
is
a remake
trying to
of
get me
a-
to watch it real bad.
It was a
Yeah,
remake
but-
of a foreign. I think I saw the original one. I don't think I saw the Jill
Ooh, look at
Gyllenhaal
this
one.
fancy
Yeah,
guy.
I was-
I don't mean to
watching,
be. I said
watching
foreign
the
because I couldn't
foreign
remember which
film.
country it
Well,
was.
well.
Yeah. I think
That
it was
is kind of
something
the only-
Scandinavian. I don't know. Yeah.
That is kind of like one of the only appropriate uses of describing something as foreign now is like films.
Yeah, it's,
I
it's
feel like
got
you're
a
not
little,
like
it's got a little oomph to it now. It's not really
Foreign
yeah.
object.
it's got a little
Yeah.
edge to it.
Also, foreign object.
foreign policy,
Good
foreign
old
object.
slip and fall, foreign object, that still applies.
Yeah.
That'd be funny if it was like
Something
a foreign
left.
object, it's a Toblerone.
Yeah.
So, yes, so, foreign object is something you have
It's
left
a-
inside of you after
It's
surgery.
a Dutch clog that has
Yeah.
hit me in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what I want to know really badly here is, like, I really hope that this also happens at amusement parks. Like, if you take your phone on...
What's happening on roller coasters?
Yeah.
For sure.
Just everybody on the Tower of Terror, they're like, all right, well, either 90 people just died on the Tower of Terror, or...
Oh my god.
The Tower of Terror! You should have seen this coming!
Yeah.
You fools!
Well, now it's like the
Every
Guardians of the
10
Galaxy
minutes,
something.
90
something.
people die on
Yeah.
the Tower of Terror.
Oh,
This thing is
I
a mass death
600,000
machine.
over the last month, sir.
It's like the Mr. Show Devastator sketch,
Oh, the
but
best.
real.
Perfect. They have provided the answer to my question. John Barron, who works in real estate in Golden, Colorado, has an Apple Watch that has twice dialed the authorities. Once, he was at an amusement park playing the strongman game. The goal is to hit a lever with a hammer firmly enough to ring a bell. Mr. Barron swung, the bell rang, his wife and children seemed duly impressed, until my watch started making a noise like an air raid siren.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it did that.
How hard did this guy swing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
hard
you're
enough to
not
ring the
medically
bell.
cleared to participate in this.
John
Sounds like
Barron.
Patty's a bit of a weakling. He's like,
guess
"Ah,
so.
I can barely get that thing to move.
You can't even do it.
Yeah. So something about the way skiers accelerate and stop just sets the technology off. And in helmets and layers of clothing, they often don't, because you get 10 seconds to cancel it, which is not
That's not enough.
very long. You can't get it out that quickly. So yeah, apparently they're putting up signs about this. So they're just like,
Can you turn this feature off?
And this is
Yeah.
also
Don't
like
ski.
yeah,
people.
exactly.
That's
Hey,
what this
nerd,
episode-
No more
Start skiing.
skiing.
Well, people who ski tend to be like rich people who would have an Apple Watch too.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like this is like it's like rich gadgety people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
Or the newest phone, because it's only on the new
it's on the new one. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a good technology, but it does seem like it's, I mean, I guess if you're in a crash, you might not be able to reach your phone. It's probably safe. They had that one weird
10
commercial where that was like,
seconds
it
is a
saved my
lot.
life.
10 seconds is not a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like you could make it 30 seconds.
Yeah. It's definitely noticeable. Like, I've done it before, because it also goes off they have that feature if you just hold down the button long time.
Yeah.
And I've done that just getting distracted while I'm turning my phone on.
Totally. Or
It just
sometimes
goes
it's
off.
just like, you want to dial 911? And you're like, buddy, I was just trying to get the camera. What the fuck's
Yeah,
going on?
alert.
I mean, you can't like. I'm sure experiments have been done on this, but like, you can't like jack off with an Apple Watch on, right? Because it's going to be like,
Oh,
what are
sure.
you doing?
I think we'll tell you you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason that people wear watches on their non-dominant hand, is so you can crank off without, alerting
That
the
is
watch.
an interesting question.
It's like, does it count as steps? Does it think it's accelerating and then stopping?
Someone's
Is it
a
gonna
gym rat.
Call.
Yeah.
It calls 911.
You probably,
so you're
it'll
jerking
probably
off.
get you your like hourly stand credit, I would guess.
Yeah.
Right, like, because that's how it measures. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming they have.
Yeah. Hey, right-wristed Fitbit wearers who love to jerk off,
It's
let us know.
It's a very specific movement, so I'd imagine that when in developing the Apple Watch, they had to like register what that is and then override all of the stuff.
Yeah,
for
right.
it.
Also, like,
This guy's CrossFit regimen.
Right.
Also,
body,
like-
his right half of his body is unbelievable.
Lateral
Yoked up.
movement.
He's a half man.
Well, because like my phone, it like registers like step asymmetry or something. Like
if you're
there's
skipping it, like, lets you know what.
there's something about like it. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like
Your gait.
yeah, it tells you if you're like preferring one leg
Oh,
over the
wow.
other or something like that.
You know you use your right hand a lot
Right.
more than any other part of your
Yeah.
body.
Any other part of your body.
Just
Twice
like a
a
rare
day.
notification for, like, Igor from like Frankenstein. It's like, hey, you're dragging your right leg every time you step. Yes.
Captain.
Stop. It just does the air raid siren. Stop whacking.
Yeah.
Stop whacking.
Clippy comes up. It's like,
Yeah.
here's your jacking off.
Have you come
Do
yet?
you like help?
Are you close? How soon until you're done?
This is early for you today.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Another like thing that sucks is that, like it's great if you're like an old person, like Life Alert style, and you fall and you need help.
Yeah.
But like I've fallen, like I like slid on my stairs in the snow, and if I did that and then my phone called 911, it would be the most embarrassing thing. ever.
That's like,
Are you all right?
For
I would be like, oh, I
Sir,
fell,
sir.
He was like, it's great for Romeo Bullock. I fall. A
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, why are you falling?
I fall a lot. If you're like me, you're falling all the time.
Yeah.
You're gonna fall.
I don't think I remember the last time I like fell.
No, it's
like
coming.
straight
Now
up
it's
fell.
coming.
I remember.
Tempted fate.
Yeah, you're going
Now you're
down.
gonna take a spill.
I was snowy. It wasn't this winter. It was my last winter. I remember because it was
I didn't
so
even fall
fucking
skiing.
embarrassing. I have stairs going down to where my apartment is, and it was snowy, and I slipped, and I literally bounced on my ass on every single stair on the way down. And I had dumplings, and the dumplings were bouncing around. And if I hit the bottom of the stair,
so sorry, that's
and
really funny.
and then somebody from my home was like, "Are you okay?" I would have been like,
My dumplings.
"Fucking shut up."
His kids are dead. My dumplings. My dumplings are all over the ground. His kids
Send
are in
me a
peril.
tea.
His
Yeah.
kids are in extreme danger. Said the inside of my dumplings are all over the stairs. His kid's guts spilled out of his body. Get over there
He
soon.
was carrying multiple kids.
He has a family of children, and they're mostly dead. There's so much sauce. There's blood all over the scene and the stuff inside.
So the dumplings were
Cops
out
throwing
of the
up
container.
because there's dumpling.
Yeah.
No, they
innards all
were
over
just
the
shaking
stairs.
around. They
Oh,
were
they're
okay.
shaking up.
I still ate them, which was even more embarrassing, kind of.
Well, yeah.
It's like they saw me. Yeah.
Yeah, they're watching. Sir, don't eat those. Well, literally, we pulled together some money. We'll send you some more dumplings. Don't eat those stair dumplings.
And I mean, I didn't say it out loud, but I did have a mental monologue that went, "Oh, good, the dumplings are alive."
Oh, well, that's the tailbone's gone, but at least this meal will work still.
Better. Yeah, you don't want to say my dumplings. That's not something you want to have to eat.
Oh, no, my dumplings! What's going on outside?
My
There's a
noodles.
crazy thing going
Oh,
on.
my noodles.
That's like when you see like a stack of paper that like somebody does like my manuscript.
My manuscript! Oh, my dumplings! Oh, no! They're everywhere!
My memoirs.
My memoirs! The new Bible! My new Bible! Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
My spec script.
Oh, no!
And then you call 911. You're like, "My manuscript is flown away. Please."
911, please recover this.
Do you
spec
have
of
a-
community I wrote?
We
My
need a
Abbott
plane.
Elementary spec. That's the one everyone's doing now, right?
Yeah. I don't know if that's on the air still. Oh, well, this is just a hell of a day. Oh, this is getting worse.
Should we do number
Yeah.
3? Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3 comes to us from Bryce Dallas Harper in the Discord, and it's a story about science and what we can accomplish with science. And I say we, I mean
We're all doing it.
this
Yeah,
company,
we're doing it.
Colossal.
I'm working on it.
It's a Dallas-based company that they're doing some gene editing, which is just ominous.
Just some light gene editing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But what they're trying to do is they've been doing this since 2021, I guess. I guess somebody had a little bit of a hobby during the pandemic or something, during the lockdown. They're bringing back the woolly mammoth. That is the goal. It's
coming back.
And they're saying it's going to happen by 2027.
Hasn't that been happening a
Dis-
couple times?
I think they're not the only people that have been working on it.
Right, right.
It's a race.
The return
Right.
of the disgraced creature, woolly mammoth. He's
Right.
back.
Disgrace.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Cancel
Yeah.
culture isn't real after all.
Hold out Madison Square Garden.
It's coming back.
Unbelievable. So yeah, what mass coming back? I guess it's like preserving the health of the art. Somehow this helps the climate change. I don't know if
Sure.
the full good for the ecosystem. It seems to me that it would not be good for the ecosystem to introduce something that's been gone
A
for
large mammal.
thousands and thousands of years at least.
Isn't it just gonna go extinct? Like, won't they be like, well, it's
Yeah.
too hot, and so without the ice caps, we really have not been able. There's no permafrost,
Yeah,
so
like,
We
unfortunately,
brought them back
Right.
to die with the rest of us.
Remember when that 2 weeks when we had mammoths again, and they were like, "Fuck, I'm sweating my balls off over here."
Right.
Hey, Mr. New Woolly Mammoth, welcome to Dallas, Texas.
Welcome to hell.
Die.
Yeah.
Well, I assume they're not bringing them to Dallas.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. But
Arlington.
yeah,
They're
they're
going to Arlington.
But
bringing
I
them
mean,
back
yeah.
so that we can all die together.
Right.
Well, they're gone. They ate the polar bears, which were on thin ice to begin with, and then the mammoths are gone. So in retrospect, whoopsies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We're
mean,
gonna-
that-
we're bringing
I
them back just to put them on one ice flow.
Yeah.
And let them kind of
Drift
float
around.
away.
How good is it to be back, mammoths? It really sucks. Well, we're not doing great
The
ourselves.
mammoths have learned to communicate, and they say, "Please kill me."
Keep us killed.
Yeah, I
Keep
can't.
us killed, please.
Put me back.
We
Back.
shouldn't be. This is they're gonna write on the wall like in Hellraiser. I am in hell. I mean, so I guess it's good. It's like Jurassic Park style. Place the embryo in an African elephant. and then it will give birth to the
The
new woolly
elephant didn't
mammoth.
sign up for that.
Yeah, the elephant's like, Jesus Christ!
What is this?
I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but I've never felt this before. Oh, there's a tusk! Early!
And they're also going to do, and I don't know 100% how to pronounce this, the thylacine, which is the Tasmanian tiger.
Oh,
which,
yeah.
Which much more recently went extinct. I think in the 20th century that one went extinct.
Yeah. There's a movie where Willem Dafoe tries to catch one.
And I think the dodo.
That's
I think
what
was
they're
on
going to bring it back.
They're bringing
and
the
then
dodo?
let Willem
Yeah,
Dafoe
let it
chase
go.
it
The,
around.
the dodo was not mentioned in this story, but I believe those are the three that were
The
mentioned.
dodo probably has the best chance, I think, because the dodo wasn't its problem that it was like a piece of shit. So
It
I
was
feel
like dumb and tasted
Yeah.
good.
I mean, it had no reason to be afraid of people.
Like,
It
the
had
dodo
kind of
needs
like,
it.
oh, hi! And they're like, you know,
I like
getting
how
shot
that
instead.
is why it's dumb. It's like, this stupid bird like trusted human. Hey, dumb fuck, get out of the evolutionary chain, stupid.
Yeah.
We're trying to eat you. Like, this stupid bird didn't understand that we're trying to ruin everything. But like, cartoons made you think the dodos were just totally, like, the
Yeah.
dumbest
Yeah.
The name
species
does
ever.
not help. Like,
Yeah.
at all, yeah.
Well, I
Meanwhile,
think the
a
name
species-
came after, like, that's why we call it
Oh,
dumb
is that
person,
right?
Because the bird was so dumb.
Oh,
I think.
I don't know. When did the dodo go extinct? Probably.
Like 100 years ago?
Yeah, right. So
What's
okay,
that?
so it was retro. Well, then
It
what
was
are they
when we
going
were
to
still
call?
making words.
They need to call humans something instead of human. You like we need to just be called like these fucking idiot shits.
Plague.
Yeah, yeah. You mean the plaguers?
1662, the dodo.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow, yeah,
Not
They were
gonna lie, I
definitely still
thought it
making
was a
words.
long time ago.
yeah.
I thought
Not
it
longer
was
than that.
less than that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we've been laughing at them for a long time, and then meanwhile, it's like, what's going
They
on with
can't
that?
catch a break.
I mean, that's why we call a dumb person a turkey, because turkeys are dumb.
Turkey's
Kind
a
of
piece of
similar.
shit.
I feel like a turkey
Yeah,
and a
they're
dodo
mean as
are-
hell, though.
Yeah, turkey will fuck you up.
If the dodo
they'll
was
also,
mean.
the dodo is.
No,
If
if,
it was,
the dodo
yeah.
was mean, it would still
But
be
turkeys
alive.
are also can be affectionate too.
They can?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, yeah.
We get stories, I would say, 6 times a year
They're-
of
they're
turkeys
really-
terrorizing people.
well, I
It's-
mean, they probably
it's-
see
yeah.
Thanksgiving and they're just like, "What's
Yeah.
going on?
It's justified.
How
Like,
dare you?"
They're like
And then
really.
they put stuff in you as a side. You're like, what? You're a dish too.
It's yeah, like they don't think it's like my favorite thing that I learned was like looking at stuff about them is that they will attack. If a turkey attacks you, it means that the turkey genuinely thinks you are a submissive creature.
It doesn't respect
the turkey. Just goes, "I am better than you." And
That's
it's
my
just like-
fetish.
yeah,
I like it. I like
Yeah.
a dumb
You're
bird.
a dumb turkey.
Yeah, I love a dumb fowl.
They'll attack cars, which is crazy to me. They're
They
like,
don't
you
respect
just see
cars.
something that's
I love
that
it.
much bigger than you and you've never seen in your life. You're
Love
like, I'm
it.
gonna beat the shit out of this.
That's like
fucking
when you see like a
thing.
kitten attack a bear, and the bear's like, "I gotta get out of here."
Oh, I love that.
That's my favorite. When like a kitten's like to an alligator, and the gator's like, "I don't like my odds."
Yeah. It's a much cuter outcome than the other video. Those videos don't.
Oh yeah, the
really
ones where
spoil-
the bear's like, "Nom, nom, 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 nom."
You can just get swallowed whole by a gator.
Well, I'm not posting that one. Get another
one's-
kitten. It's like Milo and Otis. Give me another kitten. Toss it near the gator.
This
Well,
one's
these kids are
staying in the
idiots.
drafts. Not coming out of the drafts for this one.
Yeah. That's so. What I mean, I feel like they kind of hide how close we are to cloning these things, and then because I feel like every 5 years there's like we almost have it, and I was like, hey, you guys haven't talked about this at all. And now there's gonna be one.
Well, also,
Like,
when they,
immediately?
what about Dolly the sheep? It
I
was
was
like that
gonna
was,
say,
that was
yeah.
like nuts. And we were like,
Yeah.
holy fuck! And then they're like, I'll see you later.
We
Yeah.
can do this now. It's like Dolly the sheep was a huge deal, and then they were like, okay, we have this technology. We going forward will only use this for rich people's pets. Those are the only
Yeah.
things that ever get cloned.
Yeah, they're like it's crazy.
We thought that would have so
Well, I
many
think
more
they just ran
applications,
up
and then when
against-
you think about it, you're like, no, that's pretty much the only
Well,
application.
I think they probably ran up on a pretty big problem because they're like, okay, we did sheep, we did dogs, and like the natural thing is just like they're like, we think we could do people, but like we can't bring it up because that's crazy.
To Alec Baldwin.
Yeah,
We're cloning Alec Baldwin.
they're waiting for someone. They're waiting for like Bezos or someone to try to do it, so they can be like, well, he wants us to do it.
I mean,
it's,
this is-
it's for him. We
this
don't
is-
want to do this to humans. We're
Oh,
not
that is
weird.
what's gonna
We're
happen.
living in the build-up to the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, The Sixth Day. If anyone has seen that, it starts with the pets, something called a repet. If your pet dies, you can get a
a
clone.
repet.
That's real.
And
That's
then
real.
and the guy that runs the repet company is secretly working on human cloning. He's been cloning
Yeah.
himself a bunch of times.
That's probably also
I love that.
And they clone Arnold, and then Arnold, the other Arnold doesn't die, like he's supposed to die in a car crash or something. So then he sees himself at his house with his
There's
family.
two of me!
Yeah, exactly.
This is also what happens in
What is happening here?
Infinity Pool.
Yeah,
in the movie.
he gets cloned.
I don't want to spoil any more than that, but there are clones involved.
Okay.
And
Is that already a spoiler?
no, it
Yeah,
happens very
okay.
early.
Okay. Not
It's
the
pretty
trailer.
good.
Not the trailer.
Like I love stuff like that because that's like kind of Possessor is similar-ish.
Which guy?
It's Cronenberg, isn't it?
It's the son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possessor
He
is
did
similar.
Possessor.
Okay. Yeah.
But if you didn't like Possessor, I hope someone doesn't get all their teeth knocked out with a fire poker because I did not enjoy
Ooh, that doesn't
that.
sound so good.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
it's not great.
Very violent scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tweeted this, but like I really think it's interesting that like David Cronenberg movies are all about how being a like weird pervert is awesome and cool and like makes you cool, and then his son's movies are all about how being a weird pervert is awful and bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like walked in on something as a child. And
Yeah,
was, like,
Walked in
really
on one of his
trying to-
dad's movies. Like, yeah.
He walked in a room full of his dads. He was
Yeah.
like, we're editing!
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
clones.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was I remember like I was like wanting to watch Possessor and there was like an unrated version and a regular one. I was like, I wonder which one I'm watching. And then about 30 minutes in, I was like, oh,
I know.
This is
boy.
that one.
Oh,
Definitely, for sure, that is that.
Infinity Pool wasn't that gross.
Yeah.
It wasn't too gross.
Be funny if that
I like
exact same thing happened in Infinity Pool. This same guy gets his teeth knocked out. I'm like, God damn it.
Does Mia Goth or Goth, I don't know how to pronounce it, does she
Goth.
use her regular voice?
She does. She sounds like a Victorian ghost.
Her
yes.
regular voice
Yeah.
sounds like she's doing a bit, but her voice
Yes.
is crazy.
What does she sound like? I've never heard her
It's
speak.
super high pitched and like
super high pitched and
Oh,
super
dude,
British.
oh.
Yeah,
Nice.
she sounds like a little haunted
yeah, she
doll.
sounds like oh, you're good. That's,
It's like Miss Doubtfire.
Just like
It's very weird coming out of a pretty lady. That voice.
That'd be
But,
good in a
yeah.
horror movie, though. Oh my!
Yeah.
It's a run by fruiting.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey guys, why isn't Miss Doubtfire been in more movies? She was great.
She was
She
so
was
good.
fantastic.
so good in that one movie.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
What an insane headline. Police Doubtfire. Doubtfire. Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
What crazy. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Euphogenia. He had Euphogenia ready to go.
Doubtfire was
They
like
couldn't come up with a last name.
My name is.
Euphogenia. Just that.
Murder suspect captured! Manhunt finished!
What's your name? Mucinex Doubtfire.
I feel like
Man ate brains!
that movie. Like, I feel like that movie was like the first time I like was exposed to a very gay person because Harvey Firestein's
Yeah.
in it.
Oh yeah.
And like,
I was like, Miss Doubtfire.
she's gay. There's
Yeah.
some blood got
Pierce
cut out.
Brosnan. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I just remember like as a kid being like, there's something funny about that man, and I don't know what it is, but I really like him. I really enjoy
Father, that
him.
man seems a little light in his loafers.
Yeah.
Would you
Yeah,
agree?
I just didn't know what it was. Also, they're doing all the like drag transformations, and one of them looks exactly like my grandma. It's very strange.
That's nice.
looks like Nanny. It's very weird. As a kid, I was like, why is Nanny in this movie? It's very very odd. She does not look like Mrs. Doubtfire, but like when they're like concepting Mrs. Doubtfire,
Right.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
hope that most people don't look like Mrs. Doubtfire. It's not a great. I would have hated if I put
That
my
was-
face in one of those like celebrity lookalikes and
She
you're
was
like
very
Mrs.
hot.
Doubtfire.
That was-
It was very well put together, which I find hot.
One
Yeah.
of my favorite roast jokes anyone wrote about me, they said it looks like a young Mrs. Doubtfire.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's devastating.
Really, it's so funny.
I just get told I look like Shrek again and again and again by Dan Yang. That's my roast experience. It's always against Dan Yang, and he always says I look like Shrek. And then everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, young Mrs. Doubtfire is like probably my favorite one ever. Really, really cracks me up. But yeah, not a compliment. Don't feel great about it, but a lot of
Scientists
people
are
laugh,
working
so it's probably true.
through CRISPR gene editing technology to bring back Mrs.
Mrs.
Doubtfire.
Doubtfire. Yeah.
Not Robin Williams.
We need like an edgy Mrs. Doubtfire, young Mrs. Doubtfire on Netflix. Is that
Oh,
coming?
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Well, we're bringing her back. You know,
Usually
she got
gonna be,
canceled, but
Yeah.
I think the time is right.
Disgraced nanny, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Again, young Mrs. Doubtfire. This presumes that she is real and not. Now that I think about
that'll
it,
work.
it's not going
I
to
think
work.
that works.
No, I don't. It's not that I look like young Robin Williams. I look like young Mrs. Doubtfire.
What
Every
if
100
it's a split
years.
personality thing, right? Let's dream up the pitch here.
A gritty reboot
Yeah.
of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Every 100 years, she reemerges. She chooses.
It's like the Dalai Lama.
Yeah.
She chooses an avatar.
Cicada nanny.
And they become Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a brood like cicadas. Every 17 years, DC is swarmed with Mrs. Doubtfire. leaving their skin all over the place. That's just like cicadas, because the fucking mask is just leaving on the ground everywhere. Like, oh,
Yeah, they're
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The teeth.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you're on a phone call, you're like, sorry, 2 Mrs. Doubtfires are fucking. It's really loud.
Oh god, one got in the house.
Okay, it's in the corner.
They
No,
don't
it's
do-
not. Now it's far away again.
Dog dragging a dead Mrs. Doubtfire. Leaving on your stoop.
Oh,
It's weird how, like, we sort of, like, stopped doing movies where a guy is in drag and that's the whole joke. Like, we stopped doing them at first because we were like, that's kind of offensive. And now they don't do them because it's, like, right-wing people will be like, it's perverts. Like,
Oh, yeah.
It's like we can't do them anymore for the opposite reason.
Yeah, right.
Before it was like, this is sort of offensive to people who are, like, do this as an art form or who, like,
There's
are
gotta be more
trans or
Medea
whatever.
coming, right? Probably, or is Medea
I think
officially
Medea's
over?
done.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Medea's
But I don't
its
think
own
Medea's
thing.
done because of that.
Right.
It's like its own.
They ran out of holidays.
Yeah, they're like, what have we done? Is there any event we have
Medea
left
on
to do?
Flag Day? Like, come on.
We
It's
did
really
that. No, we
it's
did
really
2
thin.
of those. I did 2 Medea Flag Days.
Tyler
Arbor Day.
Perry and Gary Marshall are like teaming up to lobby for more holidays.
Yeah.
So that they can
Arbor
continue their
Day.
They're
careers.
taking Hallmark's money. Yeah, everyone's lined up. We need more holidays.
Yeah, right.
Medea's Sukkot? This is a new.
Crazy.
Medea Sukkot would be
This is
awesome.
Medea, don't wreck the sukkah. Like,
Charlie's
no.
birthday. Who's Charlie? We could do one every day if it's someone's birthday.
Yeah,
We're just
it's
thinking of how to keep going.
Just
We
Medea.
left 365 on the table.
Yeah. I just can't get out of my head now. Just Medea being like, I burned the Hamantaschen.
Yeah.
I mean, she'd be perfect for Purim, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's the one where people dress in drag sometimes.
Yeah. People dress scary.
Classic mix-ups. You have somebody who's like a Farrakhan guy in there
Oh,
who gets
yeah.
invited. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh,
And he gets won over, like he has a change of heart by the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
It's heartwarming.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Shabbat Shalom.
Bachelor.
That's the episode title. Shabbat Shalom. Should we do number 2?
What a mertzvah. Yeah, let's do number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2 comes to us from, drumroll please, Meetsim in the Discord. One of my favorite usernames. Don't know what it means, I just enjoy it.
Meet Sam.
This story is
Doesn't
like,
contain pussy anywhere.
yeah, there's no bussy part of it. Love that.
Yeah.
This story is crazy because, like, we were reading it, and it's in no news article does this appear to be the case. But anyway, okay, so this guy, he's a local boy. He lives in Brooklyn. He opened his mailbox last week and found this was addressed to current resident, and he opened it up, and it was ashes. It was some guy's ashes.
Current resident, not specific
resident.
enough
To current
to
resident.
send human remains.
Here you
Oh
go.
my
It was from
Human
Chase
remains.
Bank.
To send cremains.
Remains.
God.
Why? It's weird that that's what they're called.
Yeah.
It's
Wait, that's a real.
that's really what they're called. They're
portmanteau?
called cremains.
Cremains.
Yeah.
Why?
Don't like that.
Well, it separates it out from a body, I guess.
It's like craisins.
Yeah.
I love it.
cranberry.
My uncle's
cranberry
cranberry
remains.
day.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
cranberry remains.
Yeah, I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna. When I die, I'm gonna be turned into a raisin. That's my.
Put me on the windowsill.
Yeah, well,
Sun dry me.
suck the water out of
Make
what's
me a
left.
raisin and then put me on a celery with peanut butter.
Yeah.
I want
That's
to have sunglasses and a little saxophone.
Yeah.
Yeah, always good.
Yeah. Cremains. I did not know that.
Remains. So anyway,
How
this
can
guy
you
got.
say that to a grieving family?
I know. That's what I mean.
How would you like
Cremains.
us to handle the cremains?
The
There
what?
you go.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like this is a pretty good prank. I don't think it was intended as a prank.
It'd be great if it
No,
was
but
a
just
prank.
like you die and your will is like send my ashes to the person
Send
who
your
lives in
enemy.
my apartment after
Send
me.
my ashes anywhere.
Current resident.
Oh,
Current
great.
resident is so good.
This guy said that he called the funeral home and said that he thought they had made a mistake, and they were like really mean about it, which is really funny.
Hey
Like
man,
the funeral home was just like,
We don't want him.
yeah.
Take it.
not our problem.
What do we look like? A human remains storage facility? It's like,
We
kinda.
do remains. We don't take cremains.
Yeah.
Anyway, the thing that's crazy about this story that is in no news article, which is very weird to me, but Patty found out because like the guy tweeted about it. The guy this happened to is the frontman of the band The Walkmen, which is like a famous band.
That's very
Like you'd
strange.
think that would be like relevant,
Yeah, not important to the story.
not important to the story, just Brooklyn man. This guy is famous.
Local
He was on the
Walkman.
news too.
He was on the
Yeah.
news, and they
Just
did
a
not
Brooklyn
identify him
resident.
as yeah.
Okay, I guess because he didn't say it, so they didn't
Yeah.
like dig up what his job is. Like, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool of him too. To be
Yeah.
like, look, right now I'm just an angry current resident.
Just a
Right.
guy with
I'm writing a
some
song
remains.
about this.
Yeah, the truth
I'm in it.
remains.
Everyman, current resident. It also is like 1 in maybe 20 guys of this age who live in Brooklyn are in a moderately famous
Yeah.
indie rock band.
Look, it's either going to the Walkman guy or the Hold Steady guy. You can
Right.
choose, but if you send it to Greenpoint, one of them is getting
Yeah,
it.
the Titus
So-
Andronicus dude maybe is in there too.
Any guy in Park Slope, if you like, oh, I'm in the whole study. I believe you.
Yeah.
unless you're visibly high school age.
Right.
That's how I feel about Greenpoint. I feel like Greenpoint is a
Greenpoint is-
retirement community for like guys who are in cool bands.
It's a lot of like post-punk, yeah, a lot of like
Yeah.
just like you
Guy
know, guys-
Picciotto lives in Park Slope.
Guy Picciotto?
Yeah, from Fugazi.
Oh,
Guy
okay.
Pidgeotto.
Yeah,
I've told-
Guy
I've-
Pidgeotto.
I've-
Guy Pidgeotto.
Italian Pokemon trainer, Guy Pidgeotto.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name right, but anyway, he was the first though.
I've told you the thing where it's like, for way too long in my life, especially being from DC, I thought that Fugazi and the Fugees were the same band.
Wow, that's insane.
Like,
That rules.
I thought that Wyclef Jean, it was like a bad breed
Wyclef
situation.
Jean.
Wyclef Jean.
Wyclef Jean.
Oh, is it John?
Yeah.
All right,
He's
whatever.
Asian.
Yeah,
Wyclef Jean from
Wyclef
Fugazi.
Jean's a different guy.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm the original.
Yeah.
That's right, Wyclef Jean.
yeah.
G-E-N-E.
G.
I'll stand by me. I stand by the fact that I would much rather have gone Wyclef Jean and you guys like it's Wyclef Jean than me going Wyclef Jean and you guys like you mean Wyclef Jean?
Oh, yeah,
that is a much preferable
I
like
agree,
to-
I agree.
hit to take there.
I remember one time I was really high on a show I was writing on, and I got really high at lunch, and I didn't want anyone to know. And when I came back into the room, like Adele had just become someone in the past like year, and I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
And so I called her like Adelaide, and it was like the anxiety that was going through me in the 5 minutes of people just roasting the shit out of me. I was just like, just this'll end. This will end. It'll end. I was like, yeah. Anyway, the pitch is okay. You're still doing this. Okay, keep going for a little while longer.
I was gonna leave and never come back.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ, they know you're high. Everyone knows you're so high.
I'm gonna work at a post office somewhere in the Midwest. This is it.
Yeah. I'm joining witness protection. I'm leaving Hollywood.
Got a new sketch for Stevie Griffin.
Yeah.
Yes, that was one time I called Stevie Griffin on this podcast. It was not a
It was a bloodbath.
It was dark. It was tough.
It was bad. Oh, one of my favorite stories of like a friend of a comedy friend of ours. I mean, it's now a bit on the show, but that he was writing on a show he worked on and called into a Zoom writers meeting during the pandemic with a tank top on, and like the whole meeting never happened because people were just talking about his tank top the whole time. It just was like
We had to reschedule the meeting because you wore a tank top.
Oh, that's a bummer.
That's tough.
ended everything. Yeah. Anyways, I thought that Wyclef Jean was it. I thought he was like a.
Yeah.
They got it to the guy's son. I think.
Oh, they did?
It was, yeah.
I would hope so.
Apparently, there's like a like at Disney, a lot of people want their ashes spread at Disney, which like in itself is like hellish to me.
Yeah.
Like
Getting all
extremely
over
dark.
my damn turkey leg.
Yeah, right.
Well, apparently,
A
like,
race to get your ashes spread at Splash Mountain before they rebrand it.
Yeah.
No, I need the racist part.
Ash Mountain.
It needs to be with the rabbit. I need it.
Yeah.
No, you just pop the top, hold it up, and get on the teacups. Just let it fucking swim.
Jesus
well, apparently you're not allowed
Mr.
to.
Toad's
Dusty.
Wild Ride.
It's very dusty.
Dust storm of cremains.
And it's like not dust. It's like there's like
Yeah.
actual human remains.
There's
You're
a
like, oh, what is
tube. I got hit with a tube.
Piece of bone.
Did you see that post? Someone was like, because they're renaming Splash Mountain because it's like racist or
Yeah.
something.
They closed it for a
and
couple
somebody
years.
posted a ticket. It seems like a real woman was like, I can't believe they're closing the ride that I named my daughter after. And I guess it must have been one of the like
Your daughter named
characters.
Splash?
And everyone's like, is your daughter named Splash Mountain?
Yeah, that's right, she is.
That means you named your daughter after a character in Song of the South, which is like
That's
not,
right.
It's permanently
Still.
in the Disney vault.
Yeah,
Not
well,
allowed
This
to
is
be
my
seen.
daughter Brer Rabbit.
Right.
Yeah.
My daughter Briar Patch.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
I don't know. Splash Mountain is a pretty cool name. I
Yeah,
think it'd be fun to be named that.
Sure.
yeah.
Better than Briar Rabbit, I think.
Splash M. Jones. What is the M? Mountain. Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain Jones.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I think it's closed. I think it was the end of January. But
Yeah.
it's, for a couple of
Yeah.
years, they're going to do the. I believe it's Princess and the Frog is how they're rebranding.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
they're
yeah. Which is
trying
cool.
to. They're like, see, we have a like non-racist one.
Yeah, I don't know how a log flume figures into a New Orleans-based.
Yeah.
they'll figure. They got the Imagineers.
They'll open up the racist one again soon. Do you want the racist or non-racist?
There's two
They're
lines.
building it up.
It's
Yeah.
like the Chick-fil-A.
It's like
Yeah.
you just look at the left or the right, depending on however you
Yeah,
feel
right,
about it.
right. What experience would you like?
Yeah.
But apparently, so people want to spread their ashes in Disney, but you're not allowed to because that's like
Fucking crazy.
Slug 'em.
insane.
You have to, like,
Because
slug 'em
we
in.
need some rules for
Yeah.
being in society that separate us from psychopaths.
So what
But
you do
also,
is-
Disney's like so controlled. They're like, we can't just have bone chips out here.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
So what you do is
So people sneak them in.
right. You
People
sneak
do.
them in by you have a remove like a line
Rub
around
them
your
into your
coat
chest.
and you fill your coat. With
Yeah,
them,
it's like locked up
and
with
then
drugs.
you
It's
just
like drug
shake it up.
smuggling.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You
that's-
fill your coat with them and then you stab it with a knife.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
Or it's like when you see those
Yeah.
videos of someone pooping in the mall and they just sort of shake out their legs.
They'll let you bring in a knife. They won't let you bring in
That's
ashes.
a
Yeah.
really good thing to do in like a heavily populated public place is to rip open your coat with a knife, and then people are like, oh, they're probably doing something.
Oh, it's ash
they're probably
related.
doing a
Those
respectful
are ashes.
burial
This is
for-
cremains.
Just cremains, don't worry about it.
Gotta be.
And I'm like, oh, this is my son. I named him after my favorite movie.
If you had
this
to
is
pick a-
Osmosis.
Andy, Mrs.
This is
Doubtfire.
Megamind.
Megamind
Yeah.
Barbadoro.
Yeah.
I named my kid after the No Bitches Meme guy.
I wanted to commemorate the one time I had bitches. I got someone pregnant with
Yeah.
Megamind.
This is my child Megamind. Unfortunately, he has one of the world's smallest heads. So
His mind is actually very small.
Hi. Real letdown.
yeah. Being a Megamind and getting like straight D's. Megamind.
Megamind, see me after class. This is unbelievable. Did you even read the book? I can't retain stuff easily. You're a goddamn unreachable nightmare.
Real dullard, that
It'll
Megamind.
lie yourself.
Real snooze.
Oh.
Well, what were we talking about? Oh yeah,
The
Walkman
ashes
Bad.
ended up in the right place.
Yep.
The Walkman bad did his civic
Hell.
duty.
I hope he writes a song about it. He ended up in hell. That's why no one was.
I would like my ashes to be spread in hell.
Where would you spread your ashes before we move on? Where would you get your cremains
Disney.
laid out? Disney.
Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain.
Absolutely Splash Mountain. Now I know.
Tower of Terror.
Roller rink.
Roller rink.
Everybody slipping and sliding and eating shit on my ashes.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know if there is a location that I really associate with any kind of.
I mean, I feel like I could come up with a serious answer. I'm mostly thinking, what is a funny?
Yeah.
Where would be a?
Well,
funny
even
place
trying to think of a
do it?
serious answer, I think it'd be the thing that's in my will, and like my loved ones would be like, "Really? All right, I guess." Like you're just kind of like,
You went there once.
"Yeah, you went
Yeah.
to Key West once."
I want to
What
be
is the-
Parmesan to the Buca di Beppo.
Yeah. Add me to the pepper mill, please.
Ashes, sir? Yeah. I'll tell you when to stop.
We're out.
It needs to be in Tuscany, but it's oh come on, dude.
That's right.
Who's paying for this?
Very authentic.
Should we do number one?
Let's do it.
And this week's number one reason to say what a time to be alive.
In the Discord, thank you. Now, this story is about some Canadian groundhog that died. And,
Oh, right.
Yeah, you know, it's like the fucking... They're Canadian
Have a
groundhog.
little sensitivity.
I mean, sure. I'm
Some
sorry.
Canadian. This is not some Canadian groundhog.
Well, that's the thing, because the story here is written as if the important thing here is that this groundhog died, which is sad, truly. There you go. But what the story is
Check that
Brief
box.
wave at humanity.
what is
Yeah.
fucking glossed over here, which is much more important, is that the Canadian Groundhog Day groundhog is named Fred Le Marmot. That
Absolutely.
is, I feel,
His ashes were sent in the wrong place. Fred Lamar Mott.
Fred Le Marmot. Why?
which is not a marmot. It's so right.
First of all,
Yeah.
it is a revelation that Canada has their own groundhog.
Oh, they got everything.
How many groundhogs does every, like, what is the municipality of each groundhog?
This is like the territories with old wrestling.
Yeah, right.
Everyone's got their own ground.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's
Le
based on the
Marmot.
cable, like,
Fair to be, yeah,
distribution.
right, yeah, right.
It's so fucked. Like Fred Lamar was like,
It's
I don't
a
know if
Green
it's
Dennis
better.
situation.
Yeah, it's a real Green Dennis situation. Like I don't know if a kid or an adult came up with that name. I don't know which one's worse or better. They both.
Is marmot groundhog in French?
I would assume it's marmot in French,
Well, it
but
could be both.
It could be
It's-
both.
It could be a
me
false
see.
I think
copy.
it's Jean.
Yeah.
in which case it's the French's fault.
Fred Jean.
Yeah, Fred Jean.
That's his original name.
Fred Jean Le Marmot.
Marmot.
Marmot Jean.
Yes,
Fred's
I mean,
or-
there's obviously there's Punxsutawney Phil. There's the Staten Island groundhog or whatever, the one that De Blasio killed a couple of years ago.
We talked about that one for a while.
Dropped him.
Okay,
Mike.
Marmot is French for groundhog.
Okay.
Marmot's one of those like amorphous kind of mammals. It's
Yeah.
not. It's like whatever. It's like looks
Yeah,
like
right.
this.
Yeah.
Like-
It's a little,
Okay.
it's a little rodent.
So I guess
guy.
his name is just Fred the Groundhog.
But
It's
like,
a lot more normal.
yeah, but
Now Punxsutawney Phil feels a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
Fred Le Marmot.
insane.
I mean,
the Marmot line.
Yeah.
was he like? Is this another one of those things where there's like a bunch of like? Did these crop up independently of each other? Like, what about human history?
How long have we been doing
Right,
this?
that it's like, oh, I need to get
Yeah,
check out what this rat has to say about whether it's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it there? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Is
What's
it
the
'cause it's-
shadow deal?
That's the thing. Is this also shadow based, or is there like another groundhog behavior?
Yeah, I like read a thing that's basically like it's all like seems crazy because it's like oh it's about shadows and stuff, and then the real thing is just
Sorry, I looked up the Wikipedia of
us
Fred
watching Medea on her
Marmot.
phone, and
I looked up the Wikipedia of Fred Le Marmot, and it just says Fred Le Marmot (parentheses) found dead February 2,
Oh my
2023. Like,
yeah,
no birth date, just
No.
Yeah.
found
Fred
dead.
Lamar
They found
had
it in a
information
dumpster.
Heroin.
that
Hell's
lead to
Kitchen.
the arrest of
Heroin.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
People aren't ready to hear this.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was ready to go public.
Foul play suspected in the death of Fred Le
Yeah.
Marmot.
Right.
Yeah, I mean it's
He
like
couldn't
that-
have hung himself. He couldn't have done it.
No.
His little arms aren't long enough.
Google
He's in the
Google-
Epstein flight log.
Google Vince Foster and tell me that Fred Lamar.
Right, yeah, right. Right.
Well, now, I mean, knowing means groundhog, but it was reminding me of like this sort of. Do you guys know like the insane origin of Mr. Peanut and his real name?
Oh, I just heard about this.
How does he
This is
have a real
insane.
name?
It's
Because
Mr. Peanut.
no, this is
No, he has like there's like a backstory to him.
yeah. So there is a
Aloysius.
Robert
It's
Dean used to
something
have
like
a bit
that,
about
isn't it?
no, it's crazy. So they were like they had a contest where they were like think up a mascot for our Peanuts, and then a little kid, this terrifying little child, sent in his submission. Let me find. Hold on. Oh god, there's all this shit about the baby nut. That's not what I'm trying to read
So
absolutely.
they're
about.
always wiping baby nut from the histories.
Yeah. Yes. So this kid sent in an entry, and the name that the kid suggested for him was Bartholomew Richard Fitzgerald Smythe, and then the drawing.
This kid was haunted
Yeah.
by the spirit of
Yeah.
some being that is now manifested in this
Yeah.
planet.
So already great is that this kid sends in this insanely named drawing, and then you learn that The Mr. Peanut's trademark top hat, monocle, lens, and cane were added later.
So it was just like a peanut.
Just like,
Sending a picture of a peanut.
there you go.
He was like, this is a peanut named Bartholomew.
Wow, you won the contest.
There you go.
Good job, kid.
He just has a mouth and it screams.
Yeah.
Get me off my back! Oh god.
Also, inexplicably on the Wikipedia for Mr. Peanut,
Trying to
roll over.
his occupation is listed as mascot, comma, gentleman, comma, hero.
Oh my god.
Hero.
What the fuck is going on?
I think he's a war hero, right?
Oh my lord.
Yeah,
I
he's
Selling out all the other
Comedian I
peanuts.
knew.
It's
yeah,
disgusting.
Mr. Peanut
Yeah.
fought for the Axis.
Yeah. A comedian I
Christ.
knew who has since passed away, who was very funny, named Andy Ritchie, used to have a really great joke about Mr. Peanut and how it was like very sinister that he's injured.
Oh, the cane.
Yeah, right.
You
Yeah,
don't
right,
know why he's
right.
injured.
Well, there's also a poster because of like during Mr. Peanut did canonically fight in World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's posters
the
of him
Axis.
like charging in.
Yeah.
Shot out,
Mr.
shot down from the guard
Mr.
tower.
Peanut punching Hitler like Captain America.
I don't talk about those days much anymore. You okay, Peanut? Are you crying? No, I'm fine.
He's been through a lot.
I took 25 lives.
That's why he can
Christ.
deal with.
Mr. Peanut waiting in one of those ships on Omaha Beach.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, do you want to go ahead of me? You're like, are you... What,
You got that shell,
are
man.
you supposed to be...
The protective shell.
Yeah, no, they just dropped him as a bomb. We're shelling him. Mr. Peanut! My back! And then someone's
Stay
like,
low.
Bartholomew, are you gonna... Oh, hello, sorry, I was just shaking a martini.
Shelby has just texted us from the corner because he does not have sound drops today. Mr. Peanut was hit by a drunk driver.
Oh, boy.
Mr. Peanut getting shot through his monocle like Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, right. Oh!
Make it worth it. Sell peanuts.
Earn this. I don't think I will, thank you very much.
Yeah, they turned Mr. Peanut into a spy, just walking into Hitler's meeting room. Hello! Like,
Yeah, they just dropped him in
like
the eagle's
Mr.
nest.
Peanut.
Yeah, right, yeah.
He
They
blends
packed
in
him-
perfectly.
That's
Packed
happened.
up
Somebody who
bullets.
confuses the turkey's nest in Williamsburg says they're going to hang out at the eagle.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch football at the Eagles nest. Whoa! With who?
No, that was their big plan. They packed
Cool,
Mr.
man.
Peanut full of explosives, and he was supposed to sit next to Hitler.
Yeah.
And they would detonate him.
And Hitler was allergic to peanuts, so it was a
Yeah.
perfect plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that would have been so much easier, right?
Oh my
If only
god!
Hitler had just been allergic to peanuts.
Oh, that's like when we almost lost W to a pretzel.
Man, I haven't
He was
thought about
allergic
that
to
at all.
pretzels. That's, people think he choked on it, but he's
that would've
allergic
been
to
great.
His throat was allergic to things that are bigger than it.
Yeah, right.
Huge,
Yeah.
huge problem.
Classic
Yeah.
mix-up.
Classic mix-up.
Man, it takes real skill to almost choke on something that is by nature filled with holes. 3 big ones.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
Okay,
it could have been like a combo type. One of those little guys from those little
combo. I
It
mean,
was a
Choking
party
on a
mix.
pizza
It was actually a
combo.
party mix when you think about it.
yeah.
It was kind of a Cheeto was cut inside the pretzel.
It was one of those little rye chips from Chex.
It's the rat chips. It was dry. I couldn't choke it up. Either.
I feel like
Hard to
I could
regurgitate.
choke on a rye chip.
A rye chip is kind of the perfect
It's kind of a weapon.
shape.
Hey, look, if you're eating a rye chip, you should die. I mean, that's what I've always said. You deserve
I
to
like the
choke.
rye chips.
That's a weird take.
There's a Gardettos, it's all rye chips.
Oh, I know. I've seen that. I'm
That's
like, arrest
psycho.
anyone grabbing that bag.
That's fucked up.
Anyone who's
Well,
like,
tasty.
oh, the worst of all of it. Yes, please. Don't mind if
just
I
opens
do.
underneath you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, what happened, officer?
Oh,
We
this is-
believe you're a pedophile. Come with us, sir.
This is a sting? Okay, yeah.
But I like the
Sting,
rye.
yeah.
I like the it's dry. Let me get some water. I'll be all right. You should be eating
They're
those.
hurting my gums. Look, I enjoy it.
It's a little freak who wants a cut up mouth. That's
Yeah,
who eats
right.
those.
Yeah.
That's me,
Yeah.
raw in there.
Sometimes you
Absorb more rye. It's like,
Delicious.
it's like packing a lip. I pack a lip full of rye chips. It cuts my
Yeah.
lip so I can absorb all the rye.
I don't even chew 'em.
flavoring. Yeah,
I feel like that's kind of how I am about like acidic stuff. So
yeah. Just Worcestershire sauce.
that's Sour Patch Kids. They prime your mouth for more Sour Patch Kids by exfoliating the first layer off.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
it gets rid of the enamel so you've got the raw dentin and you
Yeah.
have all the little
Now
pores.
you're ready to absorb the real thing.
Always good when it hurts to brush your teeth after.
We're giving you a chemical peel in your mouth.
Yeah.
My friend tweeted that that's like I feel like she said something like that's everyone who was like really into warheads is like a sex freak now. Like that's like the first. That's like the
It's a red
child
flag.
version of
Yeah.
I used to rinse them
People want to
off.
live delicious.
Rinse them off. I don't
Get
get
lights
lights.
out of there.
I should have just bought candy.
Yeah, there was like non-sour candy. you
But
could
I did
have.
sometimes I'd be like, I'd rinse like half it off and be like, I'm just gonna weaken it.
Yeah.
Give it a little
There was a
weaken.
certain amount of like bravado involved with liking. You had to kind of be like, "No, they're great."
I'm hardcore.
I like that it's not pleasant. To
Let's
eat
go.
It.
Yeah.
They also the Warheads guy looks like the GamePro reviews guy. Is that? Did you read GamePro?
I was
You
an
know-
EGM kid.
Okay. When it was like 5 stars, it was like the red guy with the
No.
Yeah, no.
video game magazine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Warheads.
the Warheads are, yeah.
I can't remember the last time. They still make Warheads, I assume.
I believe they're
Feels like-
not as sour anymore, but that might be like one of those.
Kids are
Facebook
washing them off.
memes. Kids are washing
Kids are
them
washing
off.
them off. We got to
Yeah.
lighten the load.
Yeah.
But now
It's called
now
Warhead
those
washing.
kids are all
Your
doing-
kids might be doing it.
Yeah.
Now kids are all doing the damn one chip challenge. They're eating crazy stuff.
Well, it killed 1 million kids, but they counted it as 100,000.
Yeah.
So let people know that.
Yeah.
Warheads.
Check them out.
Yeah.
Should we do plugs?
Check them out. You can find them in a bin at a New England Beach Town candy shop.
Yeah,
It's
right.
The main
Check,
place
check,
I can.
check the bins near you. Maybe there'll be
Check
a
the
warhead
bins.
one.
Do not check the bins near you if you're in the UK, because that means you're going through the garbage. Or
What?
did.
They
Hey.
might be in the garbage. You never know.
Yeah. Somebody spit them out too sour, forgot to rinse them off.
It's already rinsed out
That's
for you
just
if they
like
spit it in
nature's
the bins.
rinse.
Yeah.
That's
So
a
if you, have
mouth.
if you have some sort of freaky friend that likes sour stuff, have them suck all the sour stuff off, spit it around your mouth.
There you go.
A meal for two.
Mmm. Lady in the Beauty.
Meal for two.
Word meal is already tough. When I think about meal, it's not a good word. Well,
Plugs.
There's plugs.
Plug it up.
That's going to play, and then Gareth, what do you have to promote?
I have a special called England Weed and the Rest that is available on the All Things Comedy YouTube channel. You can go to GarethReynolds.com and click the special link. And then go to GarethReynolds.com for show dates and listen to the Dollar Podcast. Thank you.
I know what you mean, but I was like, the special link.
Mm-hmm.
Special link.
It's a special link to a special.
It's the special link.
Also,
Get
if
you to the
anybody-
special.
He would also like to plug if anyone would like to watch his cat. There might be a need for that.
If anyone wants to hang out with
Like to
Jose,
follow through on what you said you do. Let me know. That's what I'm looking for. Someone who makes deals.
You want someone of strong moral character, get in
Someone who
touch.
agrees to something and follows through.
That's what we're all looking for. I don't think. Oh, I was on an episode of Podcast The Ride talking about our childhood arcades, and including the one near me, which is run by a larger-than-life character who was embroiled in a number of lawsuits involving this arcade. And I'll just give one detail. One of the town council people he didn't like, his nemesis, his threat was to, instead of the arcade, open a porno theater and name it after the guy. That was one of his many things about getting the arcade open. So check that out. And I'm patting on the stuff, and I got nothing else.
I don't think I have any stand-up this week.
I don't think I do either.
Book me. That's my plug. Please book me. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Same.
That's it. Well, thanks for doing
Bye.
the show.
Thanks for having me. What a lovely week in news we've had. Well done,
We
everyone.
covered all the important stuff.
Big time. All the big stories.
Do
So
not
thank you.
do not view any other news outlet this week. We've got you covered. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.